So this is the last week before Chag HaShavuos, and we still have a lot of work to do. Ma'amidoi al HaShalom. So our last conversation was Ma'amidoi al Hu'emes, and we stressed the importance of truth in every aspect of Jewish life, and especially in learning Torah. All the Talmidei Chachamim in history, from Moshe Rabbeinu and down, fundamentally always tried in their learning to achieve Amito Shel Torah, the truth of Torah. Equally important, Ma'amidoi al HaShalom. I just want to quote the Rambam at the end of Hilchos Chanukah, Perek Daled Halacha Yud Daled, to stress the importance of peace and harmony between Jewish people, between one person and the other. When the Rambam explains the halacha, we all are probably familiar with. If a person doesn't have enough oil or wicks, Ner Shabbos, Ner Chanukah, which has precedence, Ner Shabbos Kodim, because Ner Shabbos is about Sholem Bayis. And I'm quoting the Lashon of the Rambam, very last halacha, Hilchos Chanukah, Perek Daled Halacha Yud Daled, very last halacha in Sefer Hazmanim. Hoy lefonav ner beiser v'ner Chanukah, or ner beiser v'kiddush hayoim, ner beiser koidem, mishum shlom beito. שהרי השם נמחק לעשות שלום בין איש לאשתו. גודל השלום שכל התורה ניתנה לעשות שלום בעולם. What a statement. כל התורה ניתנה לעשות שלום בעולם. שנאמר, דרכיו דרכנוים וכל נסיבותיו שלום. לא ימצא הקדוש ברוך הוא כלי מחזיק ברכה לישראל. HaShalom. I once explained what is the expression Kli Machzik Brocha, a vessel to contain blessing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with his unbelievable, infinite mercy, Rachamei Shamayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu bestows upon us Berachas Shemayim Me'al, all the blessings from above. All HaKadosh Baruch Hu expects of us is to come with proper vessels that could contain all those blessings. Mashal lama hadavar domeh. Today, when we buy drinks, we always buy bottled drinks. But it is obvious in many sources in Mishnah and the Gemara that in days of yore, you went to the store with your own jugs, your own bottles, and the wine seller had his big barrels, and he poured his wine or his oil or whatever it was into your vessels, your jugs, the one that you brought from home. So a person comes into the store and he orders the most expensive and precious wine. Yayin mishumar, shemen afal simon. And the shopkeeper looks into his vessels, into his jugs, and he says, don't you see, it's cracked. I don't mind selling you. You're a great customer. But by the time you're going to get home, it's going to be empty. This jug is leaking. This vessel has a leak. It's broken. So please go home and bring kalim that don't leak. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us brachas. He blesses us from above. And all he's asking from us, don't come with a broken kalim. Don't come before me with broken vessels. By the time you're going to get home, nothing of all these blessings will be left. And that is the expression, like Motzu HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'Shvil Yisrael, Kli Machzik Bracha Elo HaShalom. It is only when we live in peace and friendship and brotherhood and harmony that we can receive and accept all the brachas that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us. And that is why, as I quoted in our previous talk, Al Shloisha Dvorim Olam Kayim, Al Emes, Al Adin, V'al HaShalom. Emes and Shalom are two out of the three fundamentals. However, we are studying Kinyan Torah. So as important as peace and harmony amongst us are, does that have a kesher, a shaykhis, a connection to Kinyan Torah? Of course it does. Every day in the morning before we finish Tefillah Shachris, we quote a Mamar Chazal that appears in Brocha Samech Dalad Amud Aleph, Nozi Samech Vav, Tomid Daf Lamed Beis, and other sources. Omer Rabbi Elazar, Omer Rabbi Chanina, Talmidei Chacham Marab Shalom B'Yolam Shenemar, V'chol Banayach Lemudei Hashem, V'roiv Shalom Bonayach, Al Tikra Banayach Ela Bonayach. So yes, Talmidei Chacham Marab Shalom B'Yolam. Talmidei Chacham are the ones to enhance peace and bring harmony to people and to teach people how to love each other, how to respect each other, and how to enhance relationships of peace and harmony. Talmidei Chacham Marab Shalom B'Yolam. And one more comment. Kiddushin Lamed Amud Beis, and I'm quoting the Gemara, Omer Rav Chiya bar Abba, Ki yedabru es oivim b'shar. אב ובנו, רב ותלמידו שעוסקים בתורה בשער. נעשם סיינים זה זה, ואינם זזים משם, עד שנעשם אוהבים זה זה, שנאמר, עש והב בסופה, אל תקרא בסופה, אלא בסופה. Sometimes, when you come into yeshiva, you come into a base medrash, and you see people arguing, and sometimes very high tones, and a stranger, a bystander would seem, are they angry at each other? Are they fighting each other? Do they hate each other? But by the time that argument is over, they love each other. Es v'hev b'soifa. Torah is not a divider. Torah brings people together. And I know from my teaching Torah, and I am so privileged that when I give a shir, and many shirim, and people come together and they discuss what I speak about, it makes people closer to each other. And that is the duty of Talmidei Chachamim. Marbim Shalom B'Yolam. When we learn, our teaching and our inspiring other people should bring people together and not to drive them apart. So one of the fundamentals as we approach the end of the list, Ma'amidoi al HaShalom. A good work to everyone.